Have you ever noticed how it's people wearing business suits that are worth millions of dollars that are telling the young people that they should pursue a future in the trades in lieu of college? Well, I don't have a suit and I don't have millions of dollars either. And you know why I don't have a suit or have millions of dollars? Probably because I spent my life in the trades. Now, I'm not here to discourage anyone from going into the trades, but if you're a younger person and you're considering it, you should know the whole story and not just the story told by people in business suits. Now, they'll tell you how good the wages can be without having accumulated student loan debt or having spent years acquiring an education that might not result in employment. And yes, these things can be true, but that's only half of the story at best. So let me tell you the other part of the story. And as I said, I've worked all my life in the trades, and as a result, most of all the people I know and have known in my life have also worked in the trades. And there's a singular message that I have heard from nearly every last person I have known my entire life that's worked in these trades. And that it's a life of feast or famine. And in walks the first downside of working in the trades. Employment is often not as steady as you wish it was or need it to be. Any form of construction, be it welding or pipe fitting or heavy equipment operating or anything else, has its seasonal ups and downs. If you live in the northern states, you may easily experience very busy summers and then struggle to find work to get you through the winter. In the northern states, this frequently results in seasonal poverty. So learn money management skills early, or you'll quickly find yourself in a cycle of living on debt through the winter and spending the summers trying to pay back that debt so you can make it through another winter. Many trades also have high layoff rates, such as mining or logging. Mining jobs are typically very well paid, but a lot of them spend half of the year laid off. Uh, you need to save for those layoff times and calculate that wage by the annual average, which can frequently result in your wage being half of what it appears on the surface. I can't tell you how many times I've seen young guys, they're working full time in the mines and the cash is rolling in and they're feeling like they're on top of the world, and they go buy a new truck or something like that. And then 6 months later, they get laid off and can't make the payments. And that sets them up for a cycle of disaster as they have uh, repossessions and so on. Another downside of the trades is you will frequently find it necessary to travel and be gone from home for long periods of time in order to find employment. There's a good reason why those who work in the trades make jokes about being addicted to cigarettes, energy drinks, alcohol, having three ex wives, and four child support payments. It's not really a joke. I can't tell you how many times I have known guys who left the trades trying to preserve their marriages. Oil field workers are a good example. It pays very well, but in order to get that good pay, you'll likely have to travel and be gone from home for as much as half of the year. Now, this is also true of those who work heavy construction. And while these positions pay well, remember there's an added cost to never being home. Many of these jobs don't provide room and board or per diem while you're traveling, and living out of hotel rooms and having to eat your meals out of diners or heating up a can of soup on a hot plate has its downsides and its costs. And if you think having difficulty maintaining a successful relationship or being able to be home for your kids' birthdays or soccer games wasn't enough, there's another big one. Statistically, working in the trade significantly shortens your lifespan by nearly 10 years, and that's a lot. Your exposure to chemicals, gases, fumes, countless things that probably all cause cancer significantly elevate your risks versus other possible positions you work. Now, not to mention that most of us are half deaf by the time we're 50 because of the continuous exposure to very loud noises. By the time you're approaching 50, such as I am, you're likely to have a long list of physical ailments, like I do. Another downside is most people who work in the trades get little to nothing for retirement these days. So, unless you're saving independently and developing your own retirement plan, don't plan on any company retirement because that's almost non existent within the trades today. Nearly everyone I know who works in the trades has developed the same retirement strategy that I have, and it's a very simple strategy. It's commonly referred to as work until you die. There's not going to be any retirement years. Simply work until you're physically no longer capable of doing so and then exit the planet. Medical coverage also tends to totally suck. You see, people who are working the trades get hurt too often, and so carrying good company insurance costs too much, and as a result, your medical coverage is likely to be someplace between crappy to non existent. So, as I said, I'm not trying to discourage anyone from joining the trades. There's a lot of work to be done in these jobs. If you have foreknowledge, you can at least help to mitigate some of these factors. Every pathway has its downsides, and you should know the downsides of the trades. Don't get your information from people wearing business suits or making millions of dollars off of a TV show that glorifies dirty jobs. It's not a realistic evaluation. Go talk to the people who actually have spent their lives in the trades, and talk to a variety of them. Not everyone's got success stories, and there are success stories, so listen to both of them.